Journey to Become a True God, Chapter 7, Terrorist in the Forest. Teleportation stones are quite expensive items in the God realm. These stones can move a person instantly to the place he wants to go, but the coordinates appear randomly near the place in the destination. In front of his eyes, Yi-Chen saw the sight of many trees. Finally, after all this time, I returned to this place. Yi-Chen took a deep breath and felt the air of the earth back. Even though the energy on Earth is very thin, but there should still be many places that have pure energy that has not been polluted by pollution and can make a person break through to the Overlord realm level. Yi-Chen immediately flew at normal speed and looked around, who knew there was a high-value herbal plant in this unspoiled forest. A familiar figure crossed Yi-Chen's eyes. Yi-Chen saw a wild mountain chicken, which was his favorite food when he was still in the village. It's just that because the chicken was very fast and running, it was quite difficult to catch it without using a trap. But now Yi-Chen didn't need to use a trap anymore. Yi-Chen disappeared from his place of origin. Yi-Chen suddenly appeared behind the wild mountain rooster, reached out and immediately caught the wild mountain's chicken feet, and the wild mountain rooster, who was looking for food, had no time to escape and end easily caught. Ha ha ha. I haven't eaten good food for a long time, and finally today I will eat delicious food. Yi-Chen laughed while rubbing his chicken head in his hand. Yi-Chen then went looking for a river to slaughter, pulling feathers and cleaning the inside of the chicken. Yi-Chen's hands speed very fast. In a few minutes the chicken meat was finally clean and ready to be grilled. After that Yi-Chen collected a branch or dry wood. Surely he didn't take one by one. He used his mental strength, twigs and dry wood that were within tens of meters, flying to Yi-Chen's front. Now all that's left is to collect the spices. Yi-Chen then walked through the forest to find some spices. A few minutes later Yi-Chen held some fresh spices. Yi-Chen smeared the chicken with herbs, then the wood that he had collected was stacked and a small flame appeared from Yi-Chen's finger and burned the wood. This fire was an ordinary weak fire. Yi-Chen thought if using deep fire the wood in a few seconds immediately to ashes. Yi-Chen started to fill the chicken meat. Yi-Chen couldn't wait to eat the roast chicken. Yi-Chen lifted the cooked roast chicken and smelled the aroma. It smells good, but it's a shame there is no barbecue sauce. If there is, definitely this pangang chicken will be better. Please. Please. When Yi-Chen was about to take a bite, he heard someone's voice asking for help, so Yi-Chen put the roast chicken immediately disappeared towards the sound. When he arrived at the place, Yi-Chen saw the woman who was running with some torn clothes, and behind her there were two people wearing black face masks, carrying an AK-47 type rifle. Terrorist? That is all that Yi-Chen can conclude, so Yi-Chen immediately rushes to save that woman. The woman continued to run, but she felt her whole body was hot and her body was a little to soften a little. Aha! The woman stumbled and fell. She saw the two men who were chasing her near close. Feeling desperate, the woman closed her eyes and accepted her destiny. Just then the woman heard the sound of falling objects and saw a young man in modest clothes, long hair, standing in front of her. The woman just glanced at the figure and her vision became black and she fainted. Seeing someone darting down from the sky into the two people that stopped and pointed the AK-47 weapon towards Yi-Chen. At the sight of a young man in shabby clothes, "Young people, hurry up and move away from our affairs or you will kill me," the two men sneered and looked down at Yi-Chen. Really, and then show what you can do. Now Yi-Chen's turn. Underestimated. You dare? The terrorist immediately raised his arms and ready to shoot Yi-Chen. Wait, why don't we torture him first, until he begs us terrorists beside him give advice to other terrorists to torture Yi-Chen alone? Then the person who gave the suggestion of putting on an iron boxing glove rushed towards Yi-Chen. Yi-Chen laughed at this anchovy in his heart. When the terrorist was ready to hit Yi-Chen's face, Yi-Chen quickly grabbed his neck and slammed it hard on the ground. Bang! The sound of broken bones is heard loudly. Seeing his colleague easily dropped by Yi-Chen, the terrorist immediately shot Yi-Chen. Bam! 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 All bullets are shot, none of Yi-Chen. Go to Yi-Chen's speed so fast that the terrorist only saw his shadow. When the terrorist noticed that Yi Chen was already in front of him, and Yi Chen's hand poked his chest. When Yi Chen's punch landed, the terrorist felt his entire internal organs shift and he bounced a few meters to hit a tree and cough up blood. Seeing the two terrorists fainted, Yi Chen immediately walked towards the woman, but his footsteps stopped. He felt a dozen someone approaching towards him.